coordinate nicely with each other, so they look really good together. If you're using warm colors, you can throw in a purple, because there's cool purples and there's warm purples. So there's a reddish purple and there's a bluish purple, which would be the cool purple. So here I go with that. So now I have two different teardrops. And I'll just keep working around the paper. Maybe I want to do this. We've worked in a lot of these shapes and different colors. So maybe I'd like to do something like this on this one. And I'll just keep doing that, because we'll make all these peacock feathers a different design and they'll look really cool. I'll put that away, and let's get another color. And I'll begin on this one, and it can overlap. I kind of like it when it overlaps. It looks better. It doesn't look like it was, do you notice how I just overlapped that color? And I can overlap this color. And it's almost looking like a sunflower, isn't it? I'll grab another color. Always close your markers so they don't dry up, remember? Oh, don't leave the tops open from your markers, because then your markers will dry up and you won't have markers. So preserve your markers. And I'll do another one in here. This is a little different type of red. It's almost a brownish red, but it's still a warm color because that's what I chose to work in. So I'm filling that in here. I'm making a smaller circle in here. And we have that. So I'm missing in these white spots another color because it's not taking over that whole spot. So what do? We get another color. And so here we go. And now we'll do this. And this is really a burgundy. It's kind of a burgundish brown, because that is a warm color also, because it's in the red family. So I did that. So okay, so we're starting pretty cool here on doing these peacock feathers. So that's a fun project. You can do all different designs and shapes in it, however you want. Any kind of design and shape you want. And all these feathers. We've done a lot of this stuff. It's not hard. It's fun to do. And it always looks cool. We'll try this last one so you can see how that looks. And you don't have to copy my shapes. Do your own stuff. It's always great when you do your own stuff. You use your own creative imagination, because you don't want it to look like everybody else's. You want to have your own creative touch in it, not like what somebody else is doing. So here I'm going to do this on this one. And if you draw it in first, your patterns, you might have an easier time. So I'm doing something like that in that one. And I'll finish that off with another color. We'll go back to the yellow. We'll finish that off in the yellow here. And we'll just fill that in the space there. Now, if you want to outline these, you can also outline them. So if you want, I did this in a purple. So if you want to outline it, you may outline it. You can outline it in a different color. If you want to use a deeper color to outline it, to make it stand out a little more, you remember we can always use the black or the purple or whatever color you would like to outline it. That'll give it a different look. And so I'll try the blue and I'll outline it. So here I go. Here's one outline. Here's another outline. Once I put in all my designs. First I'll put in all my designs. Because you're probably using Crayolas. So if you're using Crayolas, you want to do the dark colors last, because they will bleed into your light colors. So you always use your light colors first so they don't bleed in. You wait till they dry before you use a dark color if you're using Crayola. If you're using Sharpie, it doesn't matter. When you do this, please use, if you're just using plain white printing paper or whatever paper you have, please have something underneath it so it doesn't bleed onto whatever you're working on and stain the table or whatever you may be working on. So always have something underneath it, just like we do in school. We always have something underneath it when we use markers. And so here we go. So the outlining kind of pulls it up a little bit more together. And use whatever colors you like, put it all together, but try to use nice combinations of colors that look well together. What else? Yeah. So use that, put it on something so it doesn't ruin your work. If you do not have markers, do color pencils. But most of you have markers because I know you took your stuff home. Well, boys and girls, try that Peacock. Do it however you like. Have loads of fun with it. And that's what art's all about. It's about having fun and creating and relaxing. You have all week to do it. It's not a hard project. I just want to say to you, Happy Easter. God bless. Send my best to your parents. And I'll see you next week. Bye, 4th grade.